I'm very clear about Title I and the federal oversight.
Right.
I'm not limiting myself after being on this board for 15 years. That Title A and 18A are the only statutes that govern.
Okay. Well,
So I'm very clear with that. That's very elementary to me.
Okay.
So I'm surprised at that response from you. I'm very
Mike,
surprised at that.
Mike, I don't consider.
I understand that.
Mike,
I understand he's the new guy.
No, I don't consider it elementary, and I'm not trying to bring.
But Title I and federal oversight, I'm very clear on that.
It's beyond that. Is what I'm saying. It's reaching beyond Title I. It's becoming ingrained in your boards, and it's coming from the private sector. And as it has been totally adopted in this sector, it's being driven from things like the audit and what's required under those requirements, and so they're kind of blending in. So it's not just a Title I issue.
Yeah, but so you're saying that the federal oversight does what and goes where?
As far
what's your point?
When you look to this, I don't want you guys, the board, to just look to New Jersey statute and New Jersey administrative code. It just goes beyond that. And so as you look to these policies and you're making these changes to your policies, they're not just generated by state statute and state regulation. If you're touching federal funds, they're generated beyond Title I. They're your OMBs and all them come into play, and they're part of the process. So I want to kind of just expand your scope. So I understand what you're saying. Well, you want to protect the privacy of this, and you want to depend on the board under New Jersey, but it's not really elementary. It's quite a web, and you have to kind of pick your way through it. And that's the only thing I want to bring up and make sure the board's aware of.
I don't understand the confidentiality, because you put down the high school principal was part of it, or a supervisor. You just go on our website, find out who the people are. Director of food service, or the athletic director, or I just think it's. I don't know. I don't see a breach of confidentiality to the public, so the public knows who is doing the interview process, and whether they believe that the appropriate people were there to do the interview the same as we would look at it. I don't understand. I like the idea of getting more information rather than less.
And I don't have a problem with being transparent as long as we have a process that is in compliance with what we need to do and administer. So, you have the word.
I've heard everyone except Mr. Rodriguez.
I guess what I'm hearing is that would it be acceptable to just put the position on the announcement or whatever information or describing the committee? Because I'm hearing Mr. Stardust indicating that the position would be sufficient and that without any names indicated. And Matt, I believe is that what you're also indicating?
I don't see the difference, really.
Okay. Nor do I. And if keeping the name preserves some kind of confidentiality and anonymity to the committee member, then why place the name out there? I think the position would be sufficient.
I believe the name is important just because you have multiple people with a similar position.
Well, I think then that position should be qualified a little better and be more listed more specifically.
Well, wouldn't a memo outside the agenda serve the same purpose?
Then you're cutting the if the memo is for us only, it certainly would be operable, but if it's operable, you might as well just put it in the agenda. I mean, this is something that the public would probably have an interest in also.
I do. I hear you.
All right. have that information back on the line?
Hires.
For those hires?
No, I don't have that information.
Can we have that information by, well, actually Saturday?
Yeah,
We can have it Saturday. Okay, let's move on.
So 25. To 32. Thirty-three to 38. Thirty-nine through 42.
Just, I did meet with, Mr. Martinez about the agenda. It's a question I came up with later. The trip to see West Side Story, the Latino Culture Club,
What item,
42. Is this the version that's in part Spanish and part English? And I don't know if you know that. I would be interested to know. There's a version now that was on Broadway in New York that was Spanish and part. It was really great. Yeah. So I just, from my own curiosity, I hope that's the version you're seeing.
I'll sure find out. Okay. But it is great that they're doing it.
Yeah, it's going to be a great experience.
43 to 47. We added to the agenda. Item 48. Trips for our kids. Trips for our kids going to the intermediate school. 49. Our high school kids historically are trained and certified by Pennsauken Emergency Medical Services. 50, we have a great opportunity to partner with, to take our kids to Petty's Island. And they're going to be really exposed to project-based learning.
I'd met you. Don't take them on the
It's
Delaware
part of
side of the island.
It's part of a science, technological, and environmental mathematics project. It really is going to be fabulous for them. And it'll be continuous. You can notice it's something that's going to happen throughout the spring. 51, our high schoolers, junior class, will be going to the National Washington, D.C. Museum and Six Flags on Saturday. And then 52, we want to accept $400 for the Klein Elementary School. For a scholarship for students. And then lastly, professional services.
Thank you. Board members have any questions on Mr. Martinez's report? Okay, at this time, we're going to go into public comment. Pennsauken Township Board of Education recognizes that the schools are the concern of all members of the community. With this in mind, the Board of Education welcomes and solicits input from the public during the regular monthly business meeting. Members of the community are afforded an opportunity to express their views. It does, however, respectfully suggest that citizens attempt to resolve concerns by speaking directly to school administrators before bringing it to the board. Individuals with a relevant interest in the functions or duties of the board are invited to speak a maximum of 5 minutes on any one issue. You're required to give your name and address before speaking. Yes.
Joanne Young, 6582 Park Avenue. I have a question, or quite a few questions on number 16. It is Connor Strong asking us for to put this in so they can approach this other group? This SAFE, the School Alliance Insurance?
The group is asking that we pass a resolution saying that they are our broker, and that's the only way that they'll give them a quote.
Okay, the group has approached us, or?
No, I think Connor Strong approached them to get a quote because they always are going out and getting quotes from different people.
Okay.
But this organization, I don't think I've ever seen it, this organization for some reason has said that, no, you have to have a resolution in order to do it.
Okay, well, I find, I did a Google search on SAFE, and SAFE offers school discounts, districts a unique opportunity to control insurance costs, which sound really nice because we all would like to do that, but the only office they have is in West Windsor, New Jersey. But in further Googling, you found the parent company where SAFE is underneath. It goes by the name of PERMA. The PERMA Risk Management. Under PERMA Risk Management is Connor Strong. So if they'll go by the name PERMA and Pegasus. They're the parent company. About PERMA Pegasus, they're an independent division of Connor Strong, and the top 3 management positions are all Connor Strong affiliates and associates of Connor Strong. It's not until under PERMA is where you find more detail about the School Alliance Insurance Fund, and if you go to that site, they're North Jersey only. So I found it interesting that they're requesting us, or Connor Strong is requesting them to get more information because it's a North Jersey firm only, the School Alliance Insurance Fund. If you go under PERMA and see that, there's a bunch of tabs on the side that are broken down to all different places in New Jersey, central New Jersey, southern New Jersey, and then you check southern New Jersey to find out what would pertain to us, and that's called the Southern Jersey Fund. So I don't know why Southern Jersey Fund wasn't the group asking us, because, but to continue, then they have, if you go under Southern Jersey Fund, you'll see their program manager is Connor Strong. And then they have, for more information, you can go to their website, and you go to their website and check their minutes out from their last meeting, and who was present at their last meeting is Joseph Linker of Connor Strong, who represents Pennsauken. So what it appears to be is Connor Strong is asking Connor Strong to get a nice bid. So it seems conflicted, and it was hard to find at first because they weren't using the name that pertained to South Jersey, they were using the name that pertained to North Jersey. But we also have another risk management firm, Berkeley Risk Managers. Couldn't they be the representative to this group so there wouldn't be a conflict of the same group asking the same group?